Hello guys, Grumpy. Welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast. We're down here in the room I built downstairs with the filter last episode. We went ahead and replaced all the random blocks with the smooth stones, so we got rid of the gravel, dirt, and all that kind of stuff, and patched in all the holes. If you look right here, you can see some cobblestone blocks or bricks, what do we call them? Smooth bricks, I don't know what to call them, but that's actually the staircase that leads down to the farm. So it broke out there and we just had to patch that up. But anyway, let's go back upstairs. Have a small project today. First I was going to show you real quick. I went ahead and finished this working like it's supposed to. I actually just did that, so you can see the engines hadn't even warmed up yet, but it's keeping them filled up. All those got 63, 64, so it's going to cycle through there, and they'll all stay full. But I was going to show you here in the last episode, I kept saying that cold coat takes 80 seconds to make. I'm surprised nobody corrected me on that, but that's not the case. It takes 80 seconds for cold coat to burn up in a generator. So that's where I got the number 80 from. I was thinking that's how long it took to make it. To make it takes either 3 minutes or 5 minutes. I forget which, but basically this timer in here, it can't go that long, so I just maxed it out at 255. That's the highest it'll go. And so that's like 24, 25 seconds, somewhere like that. 24.25 seconds or something, I think. But anyway, that's how often it'll send out a piece of coal. So that's fine. The whole purpose of this whole setup, this thing right here, was just to slow it down, to keep it from just flooding the network with coal. So you can see right now there's no coal out and nothing needs it. Like those ones down there had 63, they'll get a piece of coal before they drop down to 62. So anyway, that worked great. Somebody told me I could use insertion pipes here, and I thought about it. It doesn't really matter. I mean, these things are already made, so just to let y'all know that you can replace these with insertion pipes. And what happens when stuff comes down here and it reaches an insertion pipe, it'll look for an empty inventory space. If it can't find it, it'll keep going on. So diamond pipes work great too. A lot of reason I use diamond pipes too, because it keeps you from, it doesn't matter on this setup, but a lot of setups, it'll keep you from jamming machines up. Because sometimes, like an ore processor, you might have a random atom go into the machine. If it does, it'll jam it. But a diamond pipe will keep it from dropping down in the machine. Okay, so what's our project today? We are going to place down some industrial information panels on the over here. Already got busted out right here. First I'm going to place these on the ground here, and I'm going to show you. Now place one right here too. Well, let me show this first. First of all, you got to put a redstone torch next to it to power it. Don't place it on it. So watch this. If I actually place it on it like that, it doesn't power it up. It has to be next to it, not on it. But you can also put it behind it, so there you can see it's powered up. Well, what's this thing do? Well, you take these things right here, these energy sensor location cards. That's actually not what they're called. Well, that's what those are called, but that's not what you need to do this project. These are already programmed. You need energy sensor kits. Now you take an energy sensor kit, that's what it looks like. And what you do once you have that is you go over to whatever you want to take a reading off of. So I've got mine set to take a reading off these two MFSUs. We're calling this MFSU1 and we're calling this MFSU2. And so what I did is I made a couple of these energy sensor kits, and I right-clicked the MFSUs, and that programmed them. So now what I got to do is come down here and take one of these and drop it in here. And I already named it MFSU1, and it says out of range. So now I need to bust this block and move it. Now here's an important thing, and I actually screwed up and did this. If you just bust it with like that with something random, it'll bust it, but you won't get the block back. So you got to use like a pick. You might be able to use something else, but I know a pick works for sure. So let me go ahead and target pillar up here. We're going to place these blocks down. So we'll put one right here, one right here, one right here, and then one right there. Now, I need a couple of these. These are just, I don't know what those are called. Stone bricks, okay. Now if you notice I left a couple spaces, that's intentional. Because these things have to have a torch next to them. So we're going to put a torch there and a torch there, and that's going to power those up. So I don't want a hole though, so how do we get rid of the hole? Well, we'll do this number right here. I got to get back down first. We got to remove this wool. Hopefully I'll recover those because I don't know if I have any more. I don't know where the other one went. I just picked it up somewhere. It just went in my inventory. Okay, so we got to block this off and block that off. And we got to come in from the inside. Pillar back up on this side. And, oops. We're going to place these stone brick covers on this side. So that's why we had to put that dirt. It's temporary to give you something to build up against. Now, to put them on the other side, I don't believe we can. But it doesn't matter on this side. This side of the wall, I'm not worried about cosmetics. Let's go back on the other side and see how it looks. That doesn't look too bad. Now if you notice the coloring's off a little bit, that's normal whenever you use covers. So there's not really anything you can do about that, but it looks pretty good. Unless somebody point out to you, you probably wouldn't notice. Excuse me. Alright, so we got to put this card in here. This one's for MFSU 1. Now I can, if you notice, it's showing 4 pieces of information. It's showing the amount of energy it's holding, how much energy storage is free, the total capacity of the machine, and then the percentage filled. So you can click some of these off and just make it show whatever you want. Like I can turn all those off, and that just shows the percentage, like it's 100% full. And so it's up to you, whatever you want to display. Let's just leave it like that for right now. It does look, I guess it does look fancier if you turn something on, you know, like more technical or something. But honestly, the only information I really need to know is how much energy is in an MFSU. If what it is, I can walk by here and I can see it, and I can know whether I need to put coal inside the generators. Now, I was going to try to automate the generators using my smart power grid circuit. If you're regular, you know I use that in my last world. It keeps the generators from wasting coal. So I can't get that to work yet. There's probably a way, but I just hadn't figured it out yet. I'm having a hard time simulating a lot of the logic from red power. That PRC seems pretty powerful, but there's a couple things red power did better. Like, for example, the timers. These timers over here only go up to 255 ticks, which is 12 seconds. So if you want a timer longer than 12 seconds, you got to do something more technical. But then it doesn't work exactly like a red power one. Like, you can't have an enable signal where you can turn it off and on. It's a little technical, but basically I just can't figure out how to make it. I can't figure out how to get that PRC to completely emulate a couple of red power gates. But anyway, that's pretty cool. I like that. So when our power is low, I can come over here and throw some of this stuff in there. As you can see, we got tons of stuff. So I may actually build some more generators. And what I may do, here's my overall problem, man. I don't know if there's a way to do this. I wish there was. This MFSU only puts out a signal. You can program different. You can program to emit signals for different conditions. So here's the 3 conditions: full, partially full, and empty. Well, if you think about that, basically, if this thing's completely full or completely empty, I can tell. But there's no way to tell whether things like 25% full or 50% full or 75% full. I don't know if there's any other block that will read that. There's probably a way with the computer craft sensors, but I don't know computer craft. But that's kind of actually why I came up with the smart grid design. If there was something that would just emit a signal when the power drops below 50%, I would just have it fire up the generators directly, and then as soon as the power goes up above 50%, I would break the power connection to the generators, or I'd put the EU splitter so that would stop burning the coal or something, but I don't know. But anyway, that's what kind of reason I came up with that smart power grid thing. What's this chest for? Oh, that's the output of the recycler. We do have a recycler. You just throw stuff in there and whatever you don't want, and come back a little later and it'll process it for you. So that was that. Now let me see if I can find something else first. I'll be right back. Okay, I found something to do. We're gonna do our basic Applied Energistics machines. First time I seriously used it. The only other thing I did was built that ME chest, but I'm ready to set up the rest of it now. So basically you build a network. They're all connected to, all the machines are connected together by this ME cable, and you just have to apply power to one thing inside the network, and the whole network gets power. So I'm going to power my network with the EU. So, oh, by the way, I need to go flip some switches off here. I was charging up a redstone energy cell. I was putting all this downstairs, but I decided, yeah, let's put it upstairs. This cable does everything. Connects the machines, lets items travel through the cable, I believe, and everything. So if I decide I wanted to run stuff downstairs, I actually have a cable you can sit right there. That's running to the downstairs. So probably what I'll do down there is like put machinery down there, and whenever the system needs to use the machinery, it just accesses it through this cable. So anyway, I have to give one machine power, and I'm just going to put this that thing there. What is that? ME drive. But basically, I remember I had 4 chests up here and 4 chests down there. I'm going to replace all that stuff with these machines. So next to that, I'm going to put my ME controller. It's kind of like the brain. You just got to have one. Exactly one. If you don't have one, the network doesn't work, and then you can't hook up more than one. So it's just like a one-time deal as far as I know. Okay, so now I need to connect this up. That's the ME cable. And there we go. So those machines are connected to one another now. This, if you remember, that's this ME chest right there. That is. I need to put that back. What did I do? The thing is not getting power. Yeah, that's the problem I was running into. There's no way to make it look good. So. Oh, wait a minute. That thing should be getting power now. I believe. So that one should, let me come back over here and check this out. Power is low. So it looks like I may have perhaps a pipe not connected somewhere. No. The disk drive's connected, and this thing should be getting power from that. That is not connected. Well, I don't know. Apparently, maybe these things don't run off EU anymore. And I read they could run off either EU or. If you watched a couple of videos, they said that. That glass fiber cable is not connecting to that thing. Let me see if it'll connect inside the machine. If it does, we'll figure something out from there. That figures. Okay, well this one's connected. So let me try moving these machines around. I'm going to put that controller on the left. I'll get into what all these machines do. I guess a lot of you probably already know, but we'll put this ME controller on the left. You know, that actually looks better flushed like that into the wall. We'll put the ME controller on the left and put the disk drive on the right. And let's run the wire up, see what happens. And by the way, the quarry output's kind of going on the floor right now over here, so I got to walk over here periodically and pick it all up. That's because this thing is offline right now. Oh cool, we're getting sand. Oh, it's working now. See, it's going in the chest, all that sand. So apparently you got to apply power to the controller unit. All right, so that's kind of learning a little bit. Now here it says 10 units used. So this is telling you how much electricity it's using. Basically, 1 EU produces 5 units. So this thing right now is drawing 5 EU per tick from the system right now. But that's the two basic machines. Well, this is the basic machine. You have to have that if you want a network. This right here, disk drive is another storage. So I can here's all my metals that were stored inside the ME chest, and so I can put that in there, and now all my metals are inside the network. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's pretty that up a little bit. You can craft with this stuff too and all that, but probably won't get into that this episode. Alright, so let's, yeah, this may still look good. So let's drop this cable down here. And there we go, that connected to all that. So anything I installed down here will be connected to the network. So let me see if I have any, I know I do, let me get some brick. We're going to seal that back up. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, doesn't look too good. It doesn't look too bad either, so. Could look worse. Let's see what it looks like when I'm done, actually. Not too bad. I probably could have got a block back there. Let me get a block back there. It's not that noticeable. I don't like that dirt block, though. Or a grass block. Yeah, I need to repair all that. Let me see if I can do this. Not quite. Maybe if I jump up here. Yeah, I don't like that hole back there. Let me see if I can fill that in. No, I think, well, there's a pipe back there. No, I can't do that. Alright, so that's not too bad. So what do we have now? We have the ME controller. It's online. This, by the way, tells you how much pipe you have connected. You notice my energy consumption went up. This pipe right here, it makes your energy usage go up to not as much as the machine, but let's see, what are we going to put in next? I need another piece of pipe right there in the corner. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I can finish it. Repairing that wall too. We'll do that real quick. There we go. My mouse is acting up again. Only does this mostly on Minecraft. It's like you click one time and it double clicks or something. Alright. That one little loop is going to bother me. So let's get rid of that. There we go. We'll fill all that in too. There we go. So now we got a place for 4 machines. So let me grab, see what I have. I have an access terminal. That's where you actually communicate with it. Have a crafting terminal. And you know what? I think I will just go with that for right now. Oh, cool. You can see it lit up. Alright, so here if we want to craft, you just grab your crafting recipe, put whatever in there. Or you can grab it from up there too. But basically, like if you want your recipe calls for iron, you just top that, grab it, and there we go. And I can make an iron furnace if I wanted to. So that's pretty cool. So that's the crafting table. Here's the ME terminal. Honestly, it looks like I didn't necessarily need the access, the terminal right here, because that won't scroll for some reason. Let's see if I put stuff in there. Yeah, just like that. Okay, that'll work. Gotta get rid of that little E there. I was thinking too you could scroll, so let me see if I don't have enough items in there or what. The scroll doesn't work. That's still fine, because what you can do is you just, like if you want redstone, well, I don't know if I got any redstone in there. No. You just type whatever, and then you can just, want to put something in there, you just add it like that. You can click anywhere and it'll add it. So there we go. Just adding stuff to our system. So the terminal is just used to look at your system, to look at what you got stored, pull stuff in, and take stuff out, put stuff in, and over here you can actually craft stuff. So right now it's a pretty basic system. I just wanted to get something set up, but I definitely need more stuff. So what do I have left? I have 2 ME chests. Okay, well, I didn't realize that. Let's see. I should have. By the way, if you remember the ME chest, I'll go over that just in case anybody doesn't know. Here's an ME chest. It's basically the chest for this mod. It's got to be connected to power, or it's got to be connected to this. So when I was hooking out all that up, I hooked the ME controller up to the power grid, and everything else is hooked up with this purple cable. It's called ME cable, but so this thing is getting power right now. It's grayed out because it needs a memory card, and I don't think I have any memory cards. I know I have 3. It's just a matter of where I have them. So there's the disk drive. It only has 1 in it right now. So that means I've got 2 more of these things floating around somewhere. Oh, it is scrolling for now. I don't know what's up with that. I could have swore it wasn't scrolling a minute ago, but there's one of them. So now we can stick. Oops, we stick this in here, and that doubled our storage capacity. ME storage priority. No idea what that's for. So I have another one of those things around here somewhere, but won't have much luck finding it probably. I have all the stuff that was on those chests. I moved it all over here, so it's all kind of random. Well, I kind of put it in order. But anyway, I swear I got 3 of them. Oh well. I'll find it sometime. I hope find it, because those things are hard to make. That wasn't any fun. That wasn't any materials I was worried about. I'd give a stack of diamonds just not to craft one of those things again. But anyway, that's the basic gist of it. I think it wasn't really a tutorial, but the chest, like I say, won't work unless we put one of these cards in here. So let's put one of those in there. Just like that. Now I can store stuff in there. And actually, there's no reason to move that up there. I kind of like this better, this interface here. But This right here is actually, it's not too bad. If you want something, you just got to top it in, but we'll see. We'll see how I like it. But basically, this gives you access to anything on the network that stores stuff, like the drive or the ME chest, this access terminal, and the crafting table, or anything else like that on here. We'll be able to access it. So downstairs, what we'll start doing next episode is I'll run this cable all the way down. I didn't run it all the way down. Let me show you what I got downstairs. But we'll start hooking the machinery up to this stuff. There we go. So that's as far as I got with it. So I'll put that there, and then what I'll be able to do is start building machinery, interfacing it to the network, and then upstairs I can cook. I can turn iron into, say, refined iron, and I can control it all from upstairs and receive the item from upstairs too. So if I want to make an electronic circuit, I'll just tell them make an electronic circuit, and then I'll just grab it out of here somewhere. But anyway, this is Grumpy. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you next time.